Alrighty, thank you guys so much for coming. Um, so there's a few things I want to go ahead and touch on before we get started. So you guys all got the agenda that I emailed to you, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I just want to go over that really quick. So we're gonna do introductions. We're gonna go over the norms and the rules, and then after that, we'll go over what the purpose of the meeting is. I want you guys to share some experiences with your clients, and then we'll go over the goals and objectives of this meeting. And then we're going to do an activity, and then we'll talk about it. And then we'll have a conclusion, do some evaluations, and then we'll talk about when the next meeting is held. Sound good?
Mhm.
All right. So, want to do introductions. So, the way you introduce yourself with the same sound as your first name. So like my name's Angela, so I'd say ambitious Angela. So it has to be something positive as well. So who wants to start?
I can go.
Okay.
I would say, can I say marvelous Marissa?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say ravishing Rachel.
Perfect. And then last but not least,
Um, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe caring Camilla.
perfect. Erin Camille. All right. That written down. All right. So then the next thing we have is norms and rules. So norms and rules are just like what the standard are that we want for the meeting. So like what do you guys think you want some of the rules to be like to be respectful to each other and like what are some things that we could incorporate into the meeting? Rachel, why don't you go?
I really think that, with it being online, it's easy to talk over people. So maybe like Marissa did, kind of held up her hand, offered to go first. That's a good way to be respectful of each other for sure.
Perfect.
Even though I know we all have something to say and got lots to talk about.
Right. Perfect. Okay, so raising hands and then, not talking over each other, being respectful that way. And then does anybody else have anything else they want to share?
Um, I think it's important that we stay off our phones. I know that like with it being online, like it's easier to be distracted by like our phones than like in person because like everyone can see it, but it can be like kind of disrespectful when we're just like not paying attention.
Right, right, yeah. Paying attention. And then Camilla, did you have anything you want to add?
Mm, I think what they just stated is fine with me.
You agree with everything that they said? Okay, perfect. So I want this place to be non-judgmental. So I want everybody to, not disrespect anybody if they say something that you don't agree with. Um, I want it to be like a safe place for all of us to talk about our caseloads and I want it so we can lean on each other so we can maintain the caseload and what you guys have going on. And I want you to be able to balance and like work with each other to like find coping skills for self-care, things like that. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Yes.
All right. So we'll add boundaries and non-judgmental. So nobody else has anything that they want to add before we move on? No? Okay. All right. So the purpose of this group, as you all know, we move teams around. So you guys are all new to me as a supervisor, but we're all social workers. So I want us to um, be able to communicate with each other. I think communication is key for our clients and our agency, and I just feel that this, if we keep these meetings going, it will open that communication a lot more. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I think that it's you know, if we have difficulties or questions, being able to communicate with each other and get some feedback, or even like, hey, I don't know how to do something with this client, or I'm having a standstill. You can get that feedback from other, you know, social workers and other people to work through it. Getting a different perspective, I think, is really important.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna piggyback off Rachel. I'm sorry. I think that like having everyone on the same page is really important. That's really what I was gonna say.
Okay, yeah. So that's the whole purpose of the group is that I want you guys to be able to talk to each other and get ideas and bounce ideas off of each other. And then also if, Camilla's having issues with one of her clients, maybe one of you will have an idea to help her out with it, or like finding an intervention, or just like helping each other with the caseload. And I really want to make sure that you guys feel comfortable coming to me as well as a supervisor. That makes sense?
Hmm.
All right. So now that we've talked about the norms and the rules and like what we want out of this group, is that what you guys are expecting to get out of it as well?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. So I want you guys each to tell me about an experience you had with the client. Um, just what your overall experience here at the agency has been like. So, Marissa, why don't you go first?
Um, I feel like the agency provides like a lot of good programs that we're able to offer to our clients and a lot of good resources. And I feel like for my clients specifically, um, they've been really like appreciative, and a lot of them like towards the end of like their time with the agency, they tend to like be very thankful that we were able to offer so many resources. I think that like we're able to kind of um have a resource for whatever it may be, whatever the client situation is. Um, I think that the only issue I've really had is that, like, um, is getting the client to participate when they first are in the program, I guess I should say. Um,
So
I
like
think
getting
that
them up, you mean?
yeah, I think that like with us being more like with the team being more communicative, like we're able to like work with the client like before like when they first get introduced to the program. Just because like that relationship is really important. I've just seen that it just kind of takes a little bit longer. That's just my experience, if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah, do you guys feel the same way?
Yeah, kind of going off that, I've had a lot of clients very, you know, not just take longer, but a little hesitant.
Hmm.
Um, so I guess it kind of is like taking longer to get comfortable and like be able to explain their needs to me. And, you know, when I, you know, have all these resources available for them, and I'm like, okay, what is something that you're looking to get done, you know, first, or what is our first objective together? And they're very hesitant to open up to me and say, okay, well, I need this first before I can get this done. Like, I feel like I take a big role in organizing what their needs are. And then just with having such a large caseload in my, I don't know about everybody else specifically, but I have a very large caseload. So it's hard to um, give everybody everything that they need, right?
Hmm.
And not keeping it organized isn't too bad, but just um, give them the right care. I don't feel like I'm giving sufficient care to all of my clients
Yeah.
sometimes. And it's a little stressful sometimes, but I think that in the end, everybody is satisfied with, you know, our agency and the services that we provide. But a little bit of the resistance and hesitance at the beginning is something that I've encountered a lot.
Okay, so you feel like you're being stretched too thin sometime?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. You know, with social work, it is very stressful. Our job's not
Mhm.
easy, you know, especially with these larger caseloads. That's why I want to have this meeting with you guys and going forward. I hope that it helps and that we can get ideas from each other how to like maintain and do self-care, things like that. Um,
Mhm.
so very good. Camilla, did you want to share?
So with me, um, thank you for letting me be a part of your team, and thank you for trusting in my ability to work and serve. Um, the act, and I believe I gave that word because I care a lot for the clients that we serve, and um, they know it as well. And sometimes I feel like I don't have enough breathing room, especially when it's a new company. I'm not fully stable enough to like, I wanted to use the word stable, but secure with letting you guys know. Um, I have a lot on my hands and it's kind of like pushing me in a way where it's hard for me to express myself. I get my clients call me daily, even if it's like short notice, if they need some resources like food or anything. I try to let them know that they need to give me a call ahead of times. But, you know, since I'm always doing it, I'm just being so able and willing to help each and every one of them, it pulls me down. Um, I guess I'm kind of glad I get to say that because I've been word down for a while now and I just didn't feel comfortable.
I am,
I'm really glad you're sharing that, Camilla. I think we all feel that.
Mhm.
And I'm glad you're comfortable with us. I think moving forward with these meetings will help you acclimate a little bit more.
Yeah, because you're not alone, and
Absolutely not.
we're all going through the same thing. I know that, like, I haven't been able to adequately provide for all of my clients. Um, some days I don't even get to everyone, and that's really weighs on me as well. So, like I said, you're not alone.
Well, thank you. It seems like since we work so often and I'm always out, I don't get to socialize with you guys a lot. So it makes me feel like the world is on my shoulders and I have a lot to just give and give. And sometimes I don't have that breathing room for myself. So thank you.
This is awesome, you guys. This is exactly what I want to happen is to just be able to lean on each other, get resources from each other, maybe help each other out. I'm so glad that you guys feel comfortable, you know, telling me how you really feel. And I want to, you know, again, make this a safe space. And whatever you guys tell me in this safe space is not going to leave this meeting. So this is between us four going forward, okay? So I am going to make that one of my goals is to see if we can't get some of your caseload down. Because I know that it's a lot. Some of you have 50 plus clients, and that's a lot of clients. And so I am going to take that to the next supervisors meeting and I'm going to see what I can do about that. Would that help you guys?
Mm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it would really help me a lot. I didn't want to say so.
Um,
I'm glad that we're also able to express that now, and I am able to have a say so just getting help with the amount of paperwork and clients I have to serve. So that would help me a lot.
okay, perfect. You guys
I
feel
feel like admitting it kind of makes me feel like I'm failing. That, and I don't know why I don't want to put words in anybody else's mouth, but personally, when I'm admitting that I have too much going on and I'm not prioritizing myself, I feel like I'm failing as a social worker sometimes, and I don't want to let my clients down or myself down or you down, Angela. And it's just very hard, to admit that because we have to be strong for our clients. And then so who's strong for us. So, and I think I'm really excited to be a part of your team, Angela, on top of that.
Awesome. I'm so glad to have you guys on, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. And like I said, if there's anything that I can do to help you guys, ease some of that burden with the amount you have on your plate, just let me know. I want you to come and talk to me about it. And then, of course, in these team meetings, I want to have these meetings going forward every Monday. So like before you start your week, we can talk about whatever you have going on. And hopefully that will help you guys out.
I know that like I appreciate you like reaching out and scheduling this meeting. It shows that like you're dedicated to helping us help the community and our clients. So I'm really looking forward to like being able to help my clients more. And so yeah, I just want to say thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you guys so much. So I appreciate it, and I'm glad that you guys all feel that way. I'm glad we could talk about this. And then, like I said, going forward, any issues you have, just, come to me. Do you guys have anything that you do for self-care right now? Like what?
Usually, my Sunday nights, I do have like a little extra self-care routine that I do, like extra skincare. I do some journaling about my week coming forward or touch on stuff that happened in the past week. But other than that, like during the week, I don't do much. It's mostly just like Sunday night to get myself ready for the next week and debrief from the past week.
And
So it's just like one day a week. I don't know. I probably should add more in there, but
I think we all should probably add to our self-care. All right. And then Camilla, did you have any self-care?
Mm, I really wouldn't say I have so much of a self-care routine in my life right now. After like a heavy workload of dealing with my client, better to serve them if I could have gave them more resources, but I know we're very limited of what we can give them. And feel sometimes selfish going home, knowing that, I have a nice warm house, a bed to go to. So the thing I would do is just try to pray on it, just to make sure that God forgives me for, just doing what I can and just trying to just provide more. And I don't know, it's just really a hard job. And I just know I'm new to this field. So I'm just trying to get out of a place where I just keep downing myself of not just doing more. And I know we can't serve all, but I just wish we just had something just to give off more to the clients that we serve. I don't know.
I know it is super hard, just it's like a guilty thing that you go home and you have all these things, and then you're serving these underserved populations and you see the conditions that they're living in and the things that they don't have. I can understand that. When I was in your guys' position, it was really, really hard for me as well. It just weighs on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. So, I think that self-care is going to be, would you guys want to make that a goal that we would need to work on?
Mhm.
Okay, self-care. And then Marissa, did you give input?
I did not. I would also say that I don't really have a self-care routine right now. A lot of the times, like during the day when I'm at work, like I feel like I'm constantly go, go, go. And when I get home, like I have little to no motivation to do anything, let alone take care of myself because I'm constantly giving so much. Um, so um I wouldn't say that like I have like a consistent thing I do for myself. I mean, here and there I'll do like things on the weekends, but as far as like really good rooted self-care routines, I just don't know how to start that because I'm also just so tired and I don't know where to start.
Okay.
almost like mental exhaustion at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I can agree.
Okay. Yeah, I totally understand, social work is not an easy job, and then you're taking care of everybody else, but then you forget to take care of yourself. And if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of others, you know? So I think that that's going to be one of our goals, is to create like a self-care, like maybe every Sunday or Saturday or Sunday, just give yourself some time and come up with an activity that you want to do to just take a break. Just give yourself some time to recharge. Does it sound doable?
I really appreciate that. That will help me a lot so I can get into the routine of learning how to do self-care for myself so I can try to merge that into my real life outside of work.
Yeah,
And that way I can appreciate myself a little bit more and just feel like in awe. It's a great opportunity and thing that we can incorporate.
perfect. What about you?
I think that even talking, like doing these meetings and talking and debriefing would do wonders for our self-care as well, like to get everything out that we need, like express how we feel about a situation, just debriefing would be beneficial. So I think moving forward, these would be part of the self-care
Okay.
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, like if we could talk about like our feelings and our casework within like this group so that way we don't have to take it home and like feel it like in us like after work, that'd be really great. I think like having team meetings is like a form of self-care in itself.
Hmm.
Perfect. So at work, this can be our self-care. So we'll have these meetings every Monday, at 1 o'clock so that we can, get a jump start on your guys' caseloads, figure out any issues. But I also want you guys to like figure something out at home that you can do on the weekends to, take care of yourself. Whatever you guys want to do, just an hour. Just take time for yourself. And then at our next meeting, we can come back and talk about that as well too. Does that sound good?
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So now that we've talked about what this meeting is and what we want to gain from it, I have an activity that I want to do with you guys, if you don't mind. Okay, do you guys have a paper and pen?
Yeah.
So what I want you guys to do is think of 10 words to describe social work. Just 10 words, and just go ahead and write them down. First thing that comes to your mind.
Do they have to be positive?
No, they don't have to be. What do you think social work is?
Okay.
How much time do we have?
Um, I would say let's do no more than 5 minutes.
Okay.
Is that
Oh, I'm sorry, you froze.
it's from
What was
Can
that?
I
I'm sorry.
would you mind if I wrote it in my notes?
No, you whatever you have, go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm ready whenever everybody else is.
I'm ready as well.
Everybody
So
ready?
I-
Okay, perfect. So, Rachel, do you want to go ahead and tell us what your 10 words are?
All 10 of them? Okay. I put dedicating, caring, supportive, team. I don't know if this one makes sense to anybody, but whole body, client centered, spread thin, communication, community, and passion. I kind of want to explain the whole body thing. I feel like me personally, when I'm working with, say, one specific client, I want to put my whole being and my whole soul into them. And it's hard when you have, a lot of clients, but that's one thing that I pride myself on is I almost want to picture myself in their situation so I can help them the way that they need. So I don't know if that was a little confusing, but
Oh, no, that makes sense. Does that make sense to you guys? That sort of resonates too with what you guys feel?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right. And then, Camilla, do you want to go next? You don't want to? Okay, you don't have to share. Nope, that's totally fine. Remember, this is a safe place. We can, whenever you're ready, we don't have to share anything we don't want to share. All
I
right. So,
go after if I can.
what's that?
I
I'm
can
sorry.
I can go after.
After Marissa? Yeah, absolutely. Is that okay with you, Marissa?
Yeah.
So mine were like a little. I feel like my words weren't as good as Rachel's, but I'll give it a shot. So I put inspiring, exhausting, mysterious, rewarding, supportive, hard, helpful, compassionate, important, and competent.
your words were way better than mine, so stop.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, no, those are amazing words to describe, and it's the truth. It is exhausting, it is hard. You have to be dedicated, supportive. You both said supportive, so that's awesome. And then so Camilla, if you don't want to share, I'm gonna have you guys narrow it down to 5 more words. So like pick 5 words out of the words that you chose, and then you can share next time if you want after this time.
Okay. I could share now. That's okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Um, so I love Marissa's and Rachel's, by the way. Great job. So the ones I picked was service, integrity, foundation, inclusion, um, challenges, but that's the ones I would like to share right now.
Yeah, no, these are all amazing words. I mean, I agree with everything you guys said. So if you want to go ahead and take a minute to just try to narrow it down to 5 words, and we'll see what everybody picks. Is everybody ready?
Mhm.
Okay. Why don't we start with Marissa? What did you pick?
I narrowed it down to rewarding, important, challenging, mysterious, and compassionate.
Okay.
Feel like
Can
it was
you
a good mixture of both.
can you explain mysterious a little bit?
Yeah, that one was a little
Like,
like
I thought I understood what you said, but I want to hear what your perspective is.
because I feel like we never know what is next. Not only for like us and clients, but like the social work profession like as a whole. Like we're like policies are constantly like changing and so is like the client population as a whole. So like we see like increases and decreases in like homelessness depending on like what's going on in the economy, the environment, and that's just like one example. So I just feel like you you never really know what's next is kind of what I perceived it as. It was never meant to be like negative, I
Yeah,
guess. So
that's how I took it. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know who you're gonna encounter as a client,
yeah,
or what their needs might be. So yeah, that's kind of good explanation. Thank you.
thank you.
Perfect. No, those are great. And I'm glad that you asked her to elaborate because, that's the whole point of this meeting is I want you guys to, get feedback from each other and get each other's perspectives on things. So that's awesome. Um, so Rachel, do you want to go next?
Yes. So I put dedicating, client-centered, community, support, and passion.
Perfect. Those are all good words. And then I noticed that you didn't really have any of the negative in there anymore.
Yeah. I kind of thought that it was more important for me to focus on the positives because, kind of connecting to my passion word, I feel like, we all social workers have to have a passion for people and serving those populations that we do. So you need to focus on the good things to be able to, combat the bad things that we see on a daily basis.
Right, exactly. Perfect. I love that. And then Camilla?
Um, if I may, um, so the five that I came up with was support, inclusion. I kept dedication. I'm sorry. Um, I I wanted to elaborate on inclusion, if I may.
I'm so sorry. I got support, inclusion, and dedication. You froze there.
I'm sorry. Outreach, challenges, dedication, support, and
Okay,
inclusion.
perfect. Thank you so much. I'm sorry you froze.
Okay. Um, the reason why I picked inclusion is because sometimes I feel excluded sometimes, and it's the reason why I wanted to become a social worker, just to make sure no matter what their race or background, that they all receive the same benefits and same opportunities of programs that they need to assist them in better living. Um, and I soon hope with me coming into this new organization with you ladies that we'll gain better. I'm not that great of communicating when things are wrong because, like I said, I would feel very selfish to um, just to say something is wrong and people are dealing with much worse things than I'm going through. And I don't have anything to just be sad or about. I just do my job and
Oh, I'm sorry you froze again. What was that last part you said? I'm sorry.
yeah, as I was just saying, I don't have anything to be sad about. So I just like to service all mankind and make sure I'm just giving them all the possible and best resources there is.
Yeah. So you want to give back to the community and you feel like with these words like the dedication, the outreach, and you want to give as many resources to reach as many people as possible, which that's
Yeah.
exactly what social work is. And I'm really glad that you shared your words with us today. I appreciate you, coming out of your shell and wanting to share with us. It means a lot.
It makes me feel good. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you guys so much. So going off these words, do you see how you guys all kind of had similar words to describe social work and you all could, relate? This is a team building exercise, so I want to do something like this every week. Not this specific exercise, but I'll find another activity, just to get us talking and to, come together and share ideas just to bounce off each other to, maintain your caseloads. And I know that this doesn't shrink your caseloads or make it any easier, but it just gives you an outlet to talk about it.
And I think it gives us a more support on ourselves instead of just supporting our clients. We get that support from each other. So that I really appreciate, Camilla, you talking about not feeling comfortable right away. And I just want you to know, like, we get very close here at this agency. I've been here for a while, and I I want that for you to be able to open up to us. And I hope it comes in time, and I'm super excited to meet you and get to know you more, because we are really here for each other, and I want that for everybody in this team. So fingers crossed for you.
Thank you. That makes me feel wonderful. And I really appreciate you guys for letting me to use you as an outlet and to feel free with speaking up. I didn't know how it would be coming in here, but now I'm starting to open up and just to learn you ladies and hear that you guys are going through the same obstacles and whatever I'm going through, that you have already dealt with it. And it's easy enough for me to express it and hear feedback on what I can do to improve myself. So
We
I
got
feel
you.
I feel like as an agency, we're constantly like advocating for like people to reach out for help in any way that they can. And like we're human as well. And so it's okay to like ask for help, like as a social worker. It doesn't mean that like we are any less capable of providing services to our clients. Because it can be really heavy sometimes. So yeah.
thank you, Marissa, for that. Appreciate it.
I think that this meeting like this with you guys each week, we're going to just build off of this. And I think each one of you has brought something today to the table to make each other feel more comfortable and, just talking with each other. So I think you guys are amazing. And I'm so happy to work with you guys and I appreciate you. So my words is I picked marvelous, ravishing, caring, and then service support community, because you guys are the social workers. This is, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So I appreciate you. The agency appreciates you. And then, like I said, if there's anything we can do, moving forward, we're gonna try to do it for you guys. So with that, I think everybody did well today. What do you guys think? I mean, I know we already talked about the meeting, but what do you guys really want to get out of the meeting? Yes.
I think, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I think that it's really going to help build us as a team, and bring us closer together and have that security and the self-care. I'm really excited to do self-care together. I mean, not together, but develop those self-care things, because I think we all can benefit from that in the future.
Absolutely. Okay, Camilla.
I was gonna say, thank you again for holding this meeting. Um, I would like to start expressing myself or engaging first, if I may, just to get out of my comfort zone and just to show you guys that I have leadership and I am ready to put my best foot forward to show you guys that I will remain to put self-care first, and me bringing out self-care is putting me first, and I can't help others if I can't help myself. So I want to gain that confidence, and so I can be confident with helping a community that needs me. So thank you again for the meeting today.
Awesome. Of course. Thank you guys so much for coming, being a part of it.
I think like this is a really good first step. I think that like this meeting was like everything that like I would had like hoped it would be. It takes a little bit of weight off my shoulders knowing that like I have people in my circle that are here to support me as just as much as I can support others. Learning, I've been wanting to like learn self-care for like a while now. But like I mentioned earlier, didn't really know like where to start. And so yeah, I really like appreciate you like taking the time to like take care of us. So yeah, I just can't thank you enough. I'm really happy to be here.
I agree. I'm really excited to have you as our supervisor and see the great things that you can do with us and for us.
Awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm really excited to have these meetings each week going forward so that we can keep this positivity going and, helping people, I know it's not easy talking in front of people. I know firsthand I've struggled with it. I don't like to do it and I understand that it's hard, but I'm so glad that we have this group now and that we can talk about this. And the goal for me is to definitely find out if I can get your caseloads shrunk. We need to, how can we take care of our clients if we feel that we have way too much on our plate and we're spread too thin? So I hear you guys. I hear it. I'm going to take it to the board meeting. I'm going to see what we can do about that. And then in the meantime, I do, again, want you guys to work on that self-care. And then we're going to continue these meetings going forward. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Thank you guys so much. So the next meeting, again, is going to be next Monday at 1:00. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if we ever need to change it or reschedule, you guys just let me know ahead of time and I will try to work that out in my schedule, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Did you guys have any questions or want to say anything else?
I don't think so.
Mhm.
Just a huge thank you again for allowing
Yeah.
us to speak and share what we had on our minds.
So
think
I
that's
feel very heard.
Mhm.
good. I am so glad. So next meeting is Monday at 1:00, so we should be all set if you guys are comfortable. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Let me know if you need anything, and I'll see you throughout the week.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
guys.